there really do seem to be a number of people who no longer think people who are wealthier than them have value. I want to play just one of many, many clips I have seen on TikTok over the past week expressing this sentiment.
I don't know what a lot of people thought when they said eat the rich. Like, I don't know if it was a cute saying for them or something. But for many people, eat the rich means do just that. Hoarding wealth is so harmful, so unethical, so rage-inducing that the only way to fix the problem is to get rid of the rich, to eat them. They must perish. And when it plays out in real time, when we saw so much time and energy and resources go towards looking for a handful of missing billionaires, as opposed to saving the lives of 500 migrants, yeah, baby, people are not going to be sad when they go. So many people who said, eat the rich, are now, how can you be so cruel? It's another human life. How can you be so mean when people say they don't care? Because they meant eat the rich. Class consciousness will never come if y'all keep being so wishy-washy. You can't say eat the rich and then expect me to grieve them. No, baby, I want to eat them. They must perish.
Brad, if I could enact one policy right now, it would be to deport every single person like this in exchange for an immigrant who wants to come here and work. This is awful, vile, horrific. I don't want to be anywhere near this person. She gives me the creeps. Put her on an island. Like, I can't. The fact you're going to come on the internet with your whole face in the screen and profess these kinds of views is just crazy town to me.
When you find yourself celebrating death, you're not the good guy. You're not. And I'm sorry, but rich people are people. They have loved ones, they have families, they have friends, they have people who will weep and are mourning right now. And you're so obsessed with your hatred and class envy that you're celebrating their deaths. You really need to reevaluate. You really need to touch grass, get back in touch. Also, this idea that by being rich, you're depriving others is a total economic fallacy because you create wealth, right? Innovators, it's estimated by economists that they only keep about 2% of the wealth they create for society, right? They create countless jobs and opportunities and income for other people on their way to getting rich. It's not like by hoarding wealth, they're depriving other people. It's also like, even if you hate the rich this much, couldn't you just support taxing their money away? Why do you have to support eating, which she's using as a euphemism for killing, right? Why do you have to support that? You don't. Even if you are a hardcore commie progressive, you could simply support confiscating their wealth. You don't have to support killing them unless you're literally just like demented and just want to harm people, honestly. And this video was very popular, and it was one of so many expressing the sentiment. And where is this coming from? This hatred. It's really, really dark stuff.
I can explain it, actually, and this is a really dark side of human nature, but it goes back to this whole thing of trying to discredit merit. And this is something I see people like her say a lot, where they want to claim that anybody who's a billionaire, anybody who's wealthy, they didn't get it by hard work. They didn't get it by being smarter than you or more innovative than you. They got it because of nepotism. And you will see whole channels devoted to trying to debunk success, trying to show that anybody from singers to business owners to innovators were handed their wealth and therefore are no better than you. And I think it's because when you see somebody who's overcome by greed and envy, it's not just that they want what the other person has. That's a part of it. It's more so that they are being confronted with their own inadequacies when they have to look at these people and their own failures in life and their own ineptitude and their own lack of talent or skill or intellect. And instead of saying, you know, this makes me feel kind of bad about myself, and I really don't like how this makes me feel, and maybe I should do something about it and start working to improve or get better, instead of being inspired by success and by people who are doing more than you in the world, which is how I feel when I look at people like that. They instead they want so badly to blame the other person, to make them disappear, to knock them down so that they can get rid of that feeling. And it's just an awful, awful component of human nature that people need to be aware of and work to overcome. You don't have to do this. You can go out and start actually just improving your life, and you might not ever achieve as much as a billionaire. You might not ever create something of that much value, but you certainly will be better than somebody who's on the internet saying things like this. And that should be your goal, because I just think this is the bottom barrel of humanity, and it's such a pathetic excuse for existence. You get one life. Go do something more with it than this. It's not going to make you feel better. You're never going to be able to eradicate people who are more successful than you. So what you need to learn to do is to not see it as an insult to yourself, but constantly work to improve and to actually feel good about what you're doing with your own life.